Okay. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're going to be doing a review on the all-new Kia Sportage X-Pro, and with that being said, let's get into it. First off, taking a look at the exterior here of the Sportage, I think it looks so cool with the X-Pro package, and this green, frankly, looks fantastic. I think if it had like a satin finish like what they'll do on some cars like the EV6, for example, I think that would look really cool. Now, one downside while we're going over the exterior, and you guys will see this for the driving portion, is the fact that this doesn't have the hybrid with the turbo 1.6 liter. That would be such a solid powertrain and really makes sense for an off-roader like the X-Pro. I'm not sure why it has the naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine. But aside from that, they've absolutely nailed it from a design perspective, and then the tire and wheel setup, again, makes sense for, you know, kind of like a soft roader is what a lot of people will call this, where it's got some off-road capability, but it's not like crazy out there. But this will be able to do a lot of trails that people want it to do just for camping adventures and all of that. And so from that perspective, Kia definitely absolutely nailed it. So here's our window sticker for the Sportage X-Pro Prestige. You guys can see here with the standard equipment on the Sportage. Warranty information, 10-year 100,000 mile powertrain, 5-year 60,000 mile on the basic. Here's the base MSRP there, $36,790. And then you guys can see the optional, or sorry, standard equipment rather, and then optional equipment right down here. And then here's the total MSRP, $38,815. And then there's a quick look at the fuel economy, and there you go. So let's talk about visibility before we set off here in the Sportage. Here's your visibility over the hood, and then through both the mirrors, I do have blind spot monitoring, and then the rest of the rear. And well, let's set off. So setting off in the Sportage, and of course we gotta pop it into the sport mode, which gives us a cool animation here in the not the infotainment system, the gauge cluster, and we got the turn signal camera. Okay. I mean, it gets up. This naturally aspirated engine's not too shabby, and yeah, with the transmission overall, it's a solid setup, that is for sure. Yeah, I think they did a pretty good job. Again, for the segment, it's right where it needs to be. Now, you guys probably noticed we've got tons of screen action here. So you've got the center gauge cluster here, and then when I change the drive modes, you guys probably noticed it changes the gauge cluster. It's pretty cool with the animations. I don't know, it's definitely a fun thing. And then as for the infotainment system, it is a touch screen, and our response time with the screen is actually really solid. So you can see, like, just swiping, you know, everything responds pretty quick overall, and it's an easy, intuitive system to use overall. I wonder if it'll let me. No, it won't. I was like, I wonder if it'll let me turn on the cameras to show you guys while we're driving, but it won't do that. It's got heated and cooled seats, which is great. We've got, with this package, again, this is like the off-road version of the Sportage. It's got hill descent control. It has the center locker, which, let's actually press the pages button. Okay, so you guys can see the power split here. I'm gonna slow it. There's nobody behind me. Okay, so this is without the center locker. Notice heavy front. Okay, now we got the center locker. Notice it still sends a little bit more to the front with the power, but it's more equally distributed front to rear. I've noticed that with this system, with Kia, Hyundai, Genesis, all that, it's never truly like, you know, 100% or equal between the front and rear. It's always like one or the other more depending on the situation. And so my guess with this center locker thing is it's more about letting the car know, hey, I'm in a situation where it's probably gonna start slipping out. So you're gonna want your fancy computers to do a little bit more. Now this does have this cool little screen down here for the climate controls and for the air conditioning. You guys can see you can switch between the different menus. I don't know, it's kind of fun. We've got a panoramic sunroof in this, regular mirror with like a manual dimmer. And yeah, I mean, that's most of the basic stuff in the interior. Again, since this is our driving reviews, then for this little thing, we're not gonna have a ton with the interior stuff. It does have the over-engineered cup holders that like just pop out like crazy. It's kind of funny. It's kind of an interesting thing. And then here's the key fob, by the way. I probably should have shown this in the other videos, but you know, again, driving review. It has adaptive cruise control, steering assistance as well, so it's got a bunch of safety tech. And driving through town here, super comfortable. It's like it's a nice size, so like it's really maneuverable. And I feel like the engine puts out enough power that it just kind of, I don't know, goes through pretty easily. And this little section here is pretty bumpy, so we're gonna see how it performs through this bump area. Bump, bump, bump. Because obviously this isn't an event where I'm taking it off-road, so this will at least give me a chance to see on quote-unquote rougher terrain. Yeah, damping's pretty solid. I love the turn signal camera. That definitely comes in clutch. This freaking Range Rover's had its alarm going off for like the last 3 test drives that I've gone through here. And yeah, I really like how this drives so far. The only thing I can knock this for is the fact that, you know, a lot of people with these off-roaders now, ooh, this is crazy. Look at this. Dually, big trailer. It's like the worst possible in a small, tight little area like this. I would not want to bring a truck through here. Yeah, I feel like people with a lot of these off-roaders now, they want something that's more like quick from acceleration perspective. Now, obviously, we've got the new Sportage Hybrid. I'm not sure if you can get that with the X-Pro. Let me know in the comment section below if you can. I can't remember offhand. I'm driven like 12 cars today, so like, give me some slack, okay? But that hybrid with this package would be really fun. And I think that would actually help out quite a bit with off-roading, because basically with the low-end torque you get from the hybrid part of it, that would help out with crawling and everything quite a bit. And yeah, I've always found this shifter to be interesting. Let's pop it into reverse quickly and see the camera. Yeah, it's a 360 camera system. Ha! Ah, look at that! It's giant there on the screen. That's funny. That's funny. So yeah, I guess we'll start to get into setting things up here. I think the interior of the X-Pro is pretty nice for this segment. I love the seats. They've got this cool, like, kind of, it's kind of like a weird quilted design. Again, Kia always does interesting things with the design, because, you know, they always gotta go out there, which I love. It makes their cars feel unique compared to other vehicles in the same segment. It's got memory seats too. Yeah, I mean, it's got everything that you could want in an SUV. Wireless phone charger. You guys can see I'm charging my other GoPro. This is what happens when you film a lot of driving reviews with GoPros. You run out of batteries, so you gotta... I literally have 3 GoPro batteries today, and I'm still running out of juice. It is what it is. But overall, I think that Kia did a really good job with just the new Sportage in general, and I'm glad they have this more, you know, rugged off-road package, because there's just a huge growing segment with off-roading. Full throttle. The hybrid in this would be so awesome. But yeah, there's a lot of just a growing popularity with off-roading. And even if this isn't like your tradition, look, all the power to the front. Even if this isn't, I'm just keep interrupting myself. Even if this isn't your traditional off-roader, you know, body on frame, solid axles, it still has more aggressive tires. It looks cool, frankly, and it can handle a lot of trails that just regular people are gonna take it on. Normal people aren't doing Hell's Revenge, right, down in Moab. Most people are just going down dirt trails, camping trails, and all that kind of stuff, and this will be able to handle that in relative comfort. And, you know, in snowy winter conditions like what would happen here in Colorado, this would also be able to handle that completely fine. So overall, I think that Kia did a great job with this X-Pro package, and if there isn't already a hybrid version of this, Kia, put the hybrid in this.